What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel and welcome to my first episode for my devlogs that I have decided to do for my game engine, the Untold engine. I figured that it would be cool and also, I guess, educational, entertaining for you to see how I evolve my game engine, how I make it better, day after day. And if I figured that instead of me giving you an update every 2-3 months, why don't I just give you an update, more often, like every week or so, of every new features that I'm adding, every bug that I'm fixing, and that way you are more aware of where I'm at with the Untold engine. Either if you want to develop your own game with my with the Untold engine, or if you want to contribute, or if you want to learn from what I'm doing. All right, so without further ado, enough talking, and let me show you what I did. So one of the problems that it wasn't a problem, it was something that I forgot to do, is that the Untold engine has a Scenegraph, and the Scenegraph is used basically to set a relationship between a parent entity and a child entity. And we use that mainly so that when the parent entity goes or changes its transformation, the child also, changes accordingly. And let me show you an example so that you know what I mean. So here in my game engine, I have a demo game where I have a player dribbling a ball. Now, when I play this, you will see that the ball follows the player, or in reverse, that the player is dribbling the ball. How this happens is basically that during the initialization function of the game, I called this particular function called setParent, and I basically set the child to be the ball and the parent to be the main player, and I give it an offset. What happens is that during the update function, as the player moves, the child, changes its transformations according to the parent's transformation. And that is all good. Now, the problem is that I forgot to remove that relationship. For example, what happens when the player kicks the ball or passes the ball. The ball should no longer be following the original player at all. So the linkage should be broken. So what I did this past 2 days is that I implemented a function that will basically remove the linkage. And let me go here to my Scenegraph system file, and in this file you're going to see a function called remove parent, and I do exactly that. I remove any linkage and I set the child entity to the original default values before the parenting happened. And the other thing that I did, which is something that I've been working on, I'm trying to get better at this, is that to always add unit test for every function that I add, or for any implementation that I add, new features. So if you go to the Scenegraph test, I also added this function, test remove parent, which basically will test if the linkage, the unlinkage succeeded. Now, one of the cool things about Xcode is that you can actually test each function individually here through the editor. And how you do it is that you basically click on this icon, and if the icon turns green, it means the test passed. If not, it failed. In this case, you saw that it passed, so we're good. But I'm sure you're going to see a live demo of this. So let me go back to my main Swift file, and what I did is that I added a new key, the space bar key. And what I'm doing here is that whenever the space bar key has been pressed, I removed the parenting between the ball and the player. I call the remove parent function. So let me show you. Let me give you a live demo. So I'm gonna press P, and then I'm gonna dribble, and then I'm gonna press the space bar. And at this point, you see how the ball no longer follows the player. And yeah, that's what I did. So now this is really useful whenever, I kick the ball or pass the ball, or for any other game that you may be thinking of, that linkage should be broken. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if if you think that I should go more into the implementation of my changes. I don't know if you would like to see that. And any feedback, it's always welcome. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.